Jerry Nunn is a contributor and photographer for the Windy City Times, the website gopride.com, and Edge Media.
Okay, so my last name is Nunn. That's spelled N-U-N-N. That's N as in Nancy, U as in umbrella, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy. And that's a lot of Nancys, and you guessed it, I'm gay. Here is my confession, and I'm about to tell you how my coming out happened and how I learned to have pride in my life, okay? Being a nun. I was born a poor nun in Oklahoma City in the 70s, and my adoptive parents, Don and Ella Jean, told me I could be whatever I wanted to be. Although they forgot a few stipulations like, don't be a serial killer, a bank robber, or live the gay lifestyle. I was not the pinnacle of masculinity growing up, and I honestly can't figure out how my parents did not know I was gay. I played with dolls as a child, not action figures, they were dollies. Mother embarrassed me by saying, "Son, you used to strip the clothes right off those dolls. I thought you were going to join a nudist colony one day." I performed in musicals, magic tricks, and puppet shows in our garage for neighbors as audience members. I had ushers, assigned ticketed seating and lawn chairs, and lots of decorations to complete my homemade theater. I used to belt out Annie's "Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow." And I even had a dog named Candy, kind of like Sandy. I asked my mother if she heard me practicing singing all those long hours, and she said, "Well, the whole neighborhood did. Mary Sue heard you 10 houses down with her open window. I turned as red as a bee. That sun will never come out and over my dead body." I felt like little orphan Jerry, abandoned in a world of musical-hating straight people that just didn't understand me. Around school, I was bullied before an It Gets Better campaign could save me. I was told not to hold my trapper keeper across my chest like a girl, but at my hip like a boy. I was not to part my hair on the right side because that meant I was a fag. I was such a nerd in high school. I was into comic books, singing in the chorus, and I had my Madonna scrapbook. A real macho manly mix. Think of me as Ducky from Pretty in Pink mixed with Stephen King's Carrie White because I was socially awkward and trapped in the closet by a religious mother. No one tossed tampons at me in the locker room, but I was definitely afraid of being caught looking at someone changing clothes in there. I usually kept my head down, but then I'd get hit in the head with a dodgeball while everyone laughed. No, not dodgeball, it was actually Smear the Queer. The sweet innocent of children. There was no safety at home. After being picked on by my peers at Hendersonville High School, I went home to be fake straight around mommy religious. I was the son of a Baptist, and well, that seemed kind of worse. I was raised a Southern Baptist in Tennessee. It's a rare hybrid mix of country and Christian. It involves fire and brimstone, flogging yourself, and basically destroys your self-esteem over the years. We went to church with the singer Johnny Cash. The Hendersonville Baptist Church is in that movie, Walk the Line. I don't know if you've seen it. And one time I had to pass the communion plate to Mr. Cash himself at the end of the pew. I was really nervous about spilling that grape juice on him. But luckily he always wears black, so it's not a problem. My mother would say things like, "Well, bless that June Carter's heart, she turned that drug-addicted singer and turned his life around. But remember, we are not here to worship false idols, Jerry Nunn." By the way, he turned his tithing into, that church turned into a huge football stadium-sized church one day. For years, I silently prayed not to be noticed for my lustful thoughts about hot cowboys. Please change me so I can marry a woman and work for General Electric like my dear old dad. But nothing changed after praying the night before. I woke up hornier than a toad and had wet dreams about my neighbors mowing their lawns shirtless. I had tried the natural relation way with women in college, and I went to Western Kentucky and Bowling Green, you know, where that massacre happened. I was pursuing a manly career in performing arts. I even had a girlfriend. I gave up my Gold Star gay life to a young hippie studying horticulture. I kissed a girl, Katy Perry, but I didn't like it. I kissed my first boy after I graduated, and I cried when I did. He was saying, like, "Those tears are so really sweet." And I said, "It's not you, Bozo. I'm having a moment here." Everything came flooding back, the internal conflict, the suffering, the pain. But at that moment, I knew I was meant to be with men since birth. It felt natural and pure. I was born that way, Lady Gaga, and I was a little monster at heart. I eventually decided to move 3 states away from my family to distance myself and start a new life in Chicago. My mother cried as I pulled away in the U-Haul. "Why are you moving so far away to that windy city? It's like Alaska up there. Why can't you at least move to Hawaii? That's where it's going." Nothing was going to stop me, though. I lost my accent, cut my hair, learned restaurant Spanish, and became a Yankee. I fell in love with Illinois and a Mexican boy all at the same time. After our bad novella breakup, I was ready to run back home with my tail between my legs, because that is, frankly, there's no place like home in the South. I prepared for the big move and forwarded my snail mail back to my parents' house. Now, it had slipped my mind that I had a subscription to Out magazine. Guess what happened? Guess what arrived on my mother's doorstep? Yep, Out magazine outed me with a cover model, RuPaul, holding a naked baby with a girl with a headline saying, "It's a girl." I never saw the actual issue because my mother burned it. Over the phone, my mother told me that she had been crying for days. I couldn't let it lie any longer, and I admitted that Out magazine was my new Bible, and I was living a sinful gay lifestyle. I just came out of the closet at that moment. She exploded, "Why do you people have to play with each other's shit?" I explained, "Well, that's really not what it's about." To my mother, being gay is a death wish. "I'm going to put you in your grave because of God's curse of AIDS on a devil's playground. I didn't raise you to choose this life of sin." Well, that's exactly my point. I didn't choose it. It chose me. I came out in the 90s, and my mother has had over 20 years to stew on this. So you may ask me, how's your relationship now? The sad truth is, we don't talk about me being gay. My life is censored when it comes to that aspect of me. Even at age 47, I'm still not allowed to watch R-rated movies. One night while watching Mrs. Doubtfire on video, my mother said, "Well, why would a man dress in women's clothing? Why does there have to be so much cussing and filth in these films?" I can't explain it. My life is a big pink elephant in the room, and our conversations are mainly about the weather. She can go on and on about that for hours. I finally told her I'm writing for Windy City Times, the LGBT local newspaper. "Well, why do you people have to have a special newspaper? Isn't news just news?" "Jerry Nunn, why do you have to work for that funny paper?" I told her I am marching in the Gay Pride Parade again this year, and it's the same old story. "Well, why do you bunch of heathens have to have a special parade? I don't want to see what you people do in the bedroom out there on the streets." I told her she's never had to fight for anything while hiding in the backwoods of Nashville. She has a white picket fence, lives in a safe space in the sheltered world. She mainly leaves the house these days to go to the church in the Piggly Wiggly supermarket. I told her I was going to write a book about my life, and she said she would never read it. "Well, I don't need to read it, I lived it." I guess that means I can write whatever I want then, Mom. That's what I'm doing. And she's never going to join Facebook, so I can't see her. I can just post all I want about my crazy gay life every day if I want to. Her motto is, "I don't want to put my life out there for everybody to judge." My dad finally joined the Faceplace, but he currently has about 5 friends. Counting me. And she acts like he's cheating on her. Well, he didn't tell me he was joining a cult. This holy roller thinks the internet is from Satan and the computer is the devil's doorway. These days I no longer attempt to pray the gay way. I refuse to believe in a God that will send me to hell. I discovered Irving Village Church up near my house in Edgewater, and it's my chosen family with a congregation that loves me for who I am and is inclusive to everyone. Like Stephen King's Carrie, I burned down my traumatic high school in my mind. I returned to Tennessee for my high school reunion, and guess who was the big city celebrity reporter? Miss Nunn, if you're nasty. In Nashville, there wasn't a pride parade when I lived there. I proudly march in the parade, now on Halstead, the last Sunday in June with my lesbian pastor. I wear a nun's costume, and in June, I take photos for, is that right?
Yeah.
So I wear my nun's costume, march down Halstead Street, because I have nothing to be ashamed of. We need to fight for equal rights now more than ever. I love my little southern fried mama and was taught to respect her beliefs, but she would try the patience of a saint. My mother may not know some of the things she loves about me are linked to me being gay. From the sensitive son that played with dolls to the left-handed stuttering artist that drew her pictures to hang on her country blue walls, I can't and won't change to please my mother or any other mother, for that matter. I am finally proud of who I am and who I've become today. A big, all-gay nun. Can I get it again?
I love the South. Can we no. The lovely and talented